Mhm. Yo, what's up, everyone?
Hi everyone, look who I have. I
Yeah,
have
that's right.
Jay.
It's New Year's Day, so yeah, what's up, y'all? Good to see you.
Herc213 is in the house.
Yep,
Ooh, ooh.
that's
Welcome
right.
everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Flowing's in the room. Ron Unconditional Love is in the
What's
room.
up, Big Bro Ron and Flowing and Anna
Miss-
Banana? She couldn't stay. She said she leave a comment. So and
uh,
Misty too. Shout out to
that nice of
Misty.
her. Hi Misty, how's it going?
Yeah, good to see you guys.
I know it's early in the day, and so probably people are busy and working, but I really, really, really appreciate you coming, Jay,
Smack,
and doing
you're
this
welcome.
for us.
Smackdown Rose Ron. That's right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys are too funny.
Yep.
So we're going to give people a couple of minutes to flow in here, and while they're doing that, I encourage the chat to take part in these questions that I'm going to ask you. I'm doing this to everyone, so it's just a few like little icebreaker questions, as I like to call them. So are you ready?
Kiba and Miss Candy. Good to see you too. Also, Kiba and Miss Candy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kelly. I didn't
No,
interrupt.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
ready? All
Yep.
right, here we go. Favorite tradition or something that you look forward to in the year with friends or family?
Favorite tradition. I say get-togethers. I mean, it could be just like a Christmas party or a
Mhm.
potluck. So it's like with me being open-minded, I am. It's just hard to pick one because I like to do so many things. So like a get-together, just like with family and friends, I'm always looking forward to. So that's
Awesome.
my.
Awesome.
Hey, my manager's here. Hey, Jalecia.
Yeah, your manager's here again. Hey, girl, how's it going? All right. Second question. Song that always makes you want to get up and dance or just sing out loud.
Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson. When I was a kid. So yeah,
I'm
the
a,
original, the long version. Yeah.
the way you make me feel is my jam. That like doesn't
Uh,
matter where, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter when.
that's a
Keep
good one.
that song on and I'm up. All
Nice.
right. Number three. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
If I had a superpower, super strength, kind of like Hercules, just because I could just help people out, just with a lot of
Absolutely.
things too. And just like with super strength, and it's kind of had to simplify it because my name is Herc, and it's kind of like
Mhm.
I just had to stick with the roots. And so, yeah, super
Absolutely.
strength because I could really help people out too, and also I could just like super strength, like not just physically but also
Mhm.
mentally and spiritually as well. So it's like trying to integrate with every part of my being. So yeah, super
Awesome.
strength.
I love it. Okay.
It's just fun.
This is kind of a long question, but like it only requires a short answer.
Okay.
So it's your one day off in the week. You only get one.
Uh-huh.
What describes what you would do? Go to lunch with your friends, go
Mm-hmm.
for a hike,
Mm-hmm.
lounge out on the couch and watch TV,
Mm-hmm.
read a book,
Mm-hmm.
go to the beach, or do household chores around, like laundry and cleanup and stuff.
Oh, you have to pick one or many?
Mm, just one.
Oh, that's a tough one because okay, so if I had a day off, and I think the best one I'll probably have to pick is watch TV because
Hmm.
I do all those things, all at once. And most days is usually I'm mostly
Really?
home all the time. Well, sometimes because I do YouTube just like a career thing too, and just like a
Gotcha.
hobby, and I get rewarded like money and all that. It's just
Hmm.
like sometimes if like my friends want to go to the beach, if I'm doing something, even though I was working too, when I had a day off, I usually just watch TV or hang out with my friends or do other stuff. So I think I just say watch TV. It helps me most. I
Absolutely.
get unwind. So yeah.
See, these little questions give us some insight to the people behind the channel, right? Just like you're not giving out a whole lot of personal information, just a way to for everyone to get to know a little bit about you that we wouldn't otherwise know. right?
Oh, you guys will get to know me on Saturday at 9 p.m. So I'm doing a story time
Oh my
thing.
gosh.
No, it's gonna be fun. It's like a
No. I know it's gonna be a smackdown. I can already imagine.
well, it's
Okay,
gonna
so
be a SmackDown
yeah,
documentary.
yeah. So the last question that we have, where's your happy place, Jay?
My happy place.
Yeah. Where do you go to find joy, to find peace, to find your solitude, your serenity, bring a
Hmm,
smile to your
like a
face?
place, like a place
A,
somewhere, or
a place or just like for me, it's outside, right? So outside is a place, but I mean, it could be anywhere outside.
for me, and that's a tricky one. I say it really actually comes down to my creativity. Actually, it's just like it really comes back to my happy place a lot. If I'm just focused in my logical mind where I'm just need to do something, like do this and that, with everything else. When I go my creativity,
Mm-hmm.
I shut everything out. I focus on a lot of things, and so yeah,
I love
and
that. That's an amazing answer.
And I want to answer Jalacia's question. I'm doing a
Yeah.
story time after hours live stream, Jalacia. You could ask me any questions about my past, my childhood, and I'm going to do some awesome stuff too, late night meditations so people could sleep and all that fun stuff too. So it's going to be fun. I'm just going to do a solo live stream because I've always been collaborating with a lot of people, which is nothing wrong, but I just want to
Hmm.
let people get to know me a little bit more. So,
Yeah,
I was, yeah,
absolutely. Let your hair down, so to speak. Ha.
let your hair down, you shake
Let
your
your
butt.
hair down. Be there, be square. You know how it goes.
Yep.
Okay. So now that we got that part out of the way, so like I actually did those questions for me so that because most of the people that I'm having on, I mean, I only know them on the screen. I don't know them personally. For you, it's a little bit different. As I said to you a few moments before we went live, like I feel like I know you, so I'm comfortable with you.
Right, right.
That was mostly for me
Likewise.
to like, keep me grounded, so I didn't lose
No,
my
you're
own.
actually this is fun. I like this. It's like being a hot seat game, so it's cool. I
Right?
like it. Yeah, it's fun.
It's cool. Okay,
Oh, hold
so
on for just 1 second.
yep,
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
yep. How you guys all doing today? Everybody's doing good. I thank you so much for joining and showing up.
Sorry about that. It was my dad calling me. It's like,
Don't be
he's like, I got a
nothing to
burrito,
be
breakfast
sorry
burrito. It's like, oh, I'm doing something. I was like, anyway, sorry
about.
about that.
It's all good. Okay, so Jay,
Hmm.
I know that this could be, a long answer, and that's fine. You take as much time as you need to answer it.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you can share a little bit of your spiritual journey with us. How
Oh,
did
yeah,
you
of
not
course.
not necessarily how did you end up on YouTube, but if that's part of your journey, then yeah, how did you end up on YouTube? But how were you introduced to it? How long have you been doing it? you know what things do you consider, like, is it just the tarot cards? Is it meditation? Do you use dosing rods? Like, give it to us all. We want
Yeah,
all the info.
I can break it down to you very specifically. Like my spiritual journey actually started around, oh, I say around 2009, just because, that was the time I went back to see my dad's family. And it's just like, I always been like growing up in a Christian family. It's like, read a Bible, go to church, all that. And just like around 2009, I kind of stopped believing in organized religion, but I had a still connection with Jesus, Christ
Right.
consciousness. But then, as time goes by, like especially around 2013, I was really, just trying to can stay healthy. I'm gonna be like a rock, not like bald, but it's being healthy,
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, and it's just like, I started to do more things outside my comfort zone, like doing yoga. And it's just like when I started doing that in the gym, it was kind of like, oh, I was the only guy in here. I was like, oh, which is nothing wrong. It was just like, oh, okay. Just knowing the teachers. And then around that time still too, when I was going to a class in my neighborhood and I used to live in Horse Thief, that's how I met my best friend Paula,
Mhm.
and she just taught me the spiritual side of yoga, and that kind of changed my whole outlook of things too. And once I started to learn that too, over the years, I learned from her, met her friends and family. But then I started doing my own thing too. Like around 2018 and 19, I started to just get into essential oils and then learn about the
Mhm.
plants. And then I started getting to, oracle cards, just being curious about what's going on there too, learning about the
Right.
chakras. And it just started snowballing too a little bit too,
Cool.
especially 2020, and then learn more about tarot and oracle cards. And I just use my spirituality in so many ways. So I just use tarot cards, I use essential oils, even just like the practice of yoga too, like restorative yoga, or just meditation can really be helpful. And it can like, again, it goes so many ways. It's
Yeah. No,
spirituality.
absolutely. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. What do you think the key is to achieving overall wellness? I know that that's kind of a loaded question, but
Actually, that's a good question. And I could say this is just consistency. And I'm just going to break this down to you. It is just like when we just practice, wellness in our own self care routine, and especially in our own self care practice, if we are working out or if we're doing yoga and being consistent about it, not giving up or not just doing it like half
Mhm.
assed, it's really going fully, being consistent and committed, it just really takes us far. And it's just like you don't have to copy what everyone else is doing. You don't have to be like the hottest girl and the guy in the world. You just when you just practice being consistent in your wellness routines, where you just how can I, ground my energy? How can I,
Yeah.
stay healthy? How can I protect my energy?
So
That
like
can
work
really,
on it like a little bit every day, just stay
yeah,
consistent. I love that. That's a really, really
yeah,
great.
because those little things, and I learned this from my good friend Alicia. She's one of my best friends too, and Paula, and a whole lot of people too. Just when we're consistent and we just plant those little seeds every day, even if it's just the little things, just if you're just
Yeah.
relaxing and being lazy, it's like we need time to rest, and we need to do something too. It's
Yeah.
being consistent, committed, takes us far in life, and it just keeps you looking
Absolutely.
into.
Absolutely. I mean, if you make it a part of your daily plan, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden you're not putting yourself out. It's just part of what you do every day, right? It becomes part of your routine. I
Yep.
love that. That's a great answer.
Thank you.
You're ever
I
so
gotta
well.
stretch my arms out. Ooh.
Stretch
Oh.
your arms out. Okay, so what I would like you to do, no pressure. I'm going to sort of hand it over to you and let you do what you will in terms of talking to us about meditation, how you got there, why you started it, how we do it, the benefits of it. Um, whatever you think that you want to share with us, whatever you think is important to share with us. We are kind of like we'll be your students. You can be the teacher, and we will listen.
Okay, I'm just someone who
No
has
pressure.
knowledge too, and it's just like I like to share. And it's just like with meditation, the really key important thing about meditation is to always practice being present, really recognizing what's going on within yourself, and just like really taking those moments for yourself to recognize what's going on, like the emotions, like if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling happy. And it's just like, being present, it can really just help us, be present in the moment too. And
Hmm.
just, oh, thank you, Misty. I appreciate that. I just learned so like a lot of people too. And it's just like going back to meditation. I appreciate your comment, Misty, as well. And it's just like we're being present, we're how we're feeling and how we're what we're thinking about, and how with anything, how we feel in our body, how we view ourselves. And it's just like, meditation can really take us far too. And it's just like meditation can come in many forms. You don't have to sit cross-legged and, you know, do meditation. Even if you do want to, there's nothing wrong with that. That's
Right.
totally cool. And it's like you can read a book meditating, just like if you're just being present in the moment, just doing something that makes you feel comfortable. Could be
Hmm.
like tarot cards, could be with video games. And I really did a talked about this in my friend's wellness class in person, and she just loved it. And it's just like, when you just being present to where you can just say, ground your energy, and you can really just set an intention for yourself to bring some healing energy towards yourself, or
Hmm.
send us some healing energy towards a loved one or in your environment. And just really just being present with yourself, and just and quiet too, just really calming things down can really take us far. So, and it's a learning process too, because sometimes meditation one day could be I'm reading a book, the next day it means I'm just sleeping. So hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now I think that I can't speak for other people, but I can only speak for myself. That is
Right.
a giant misconception on my part. I thought meditation was, done one way, or I should say, I assumed that meditation was done one specific way to achieve one specific result, right? I didn't realize, and I've heard many people sort of refer to it just in the last week, that you can meditate by looking at a candle that's burning. You can meditate by just, looking at the trees or whatever. And I did not know that that was considered meditation, you know.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. Look.
I'm grateful
Yeah.
for
Of
that explanation because I can't be the only one
course.
that can understand.
Yeah, it's just like even like because nature is like our greatest teacher, and trees, and I'll say something
Mhm.
about trees. They can have so much knowledge. They have these ways of just, sticking together as a family. They know how to
100%.
grow food. They know how to keep our air fresh, keep our oxygen, in our earth too. And it's just trees are awesome. So I'll just say that. Tree
Yeah,
huggers unite. So I'll say that.
I love it. And I also love what you just said about trees standing together as a family. I've never heard anyone explain it like that before, and I absolutely love that. That's
Yeah,
great.
because like, if
I'm
you
gonna
look at
steal
their
that.
roots,
Can I
they're
steal that? Is that okay?
like bind together and it's just strong. You can't like if you push a tree off, it'll find a way to stick to the earth. It's like I ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. So it's like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's like ain't going nowhere.
that's
Oh, that's
cool. That's
hey
very cool.
Katie, good to see you. I love her. She's so awesome. That's why I
She's
learned a lot from her too.
my
Yeah,
peeps. I love her. Well, you're all my peeps, but
yeah.
Katie Moonchild and I are trying to work something out where she's gonna hop on.
Ooh, I'd love to know more about that. Katie, I'd love to. If she had a podcast, I'll listen to it in a heartbeat because she's very wise and she's like the
Yeah,
female Stan Lee. I'll say that because she's so cool. And it's like I have the Stan Lee
very
vibe
much
from.
so. Yeah. Okay, so um, what do you think? And again, I don't know how real. I mean, I want to ask the question, but I don't mean to, like, I want to, like, a straightforward answer.
Yeah.
You take your time and answer me the best way that you can. What do you think are some of the benefits that someone could get from meditating?
Mm,
So,
benefits.
I mean, perhaps, speak from your own personal experience. So, when you meditate, what does it do for you? What do you get from the experience after meditating?
Mm, that's a good question, and it really like verifies too. And it's just like with meditation, it just like you could learn some new knowledge, and it's just like, sometimes like when you learn a new knowledge when you meditate, it's just like you break things down, and it's
Okay.
just like, oh, wait, I never thought of that before. It's just when you're meditating, even just like knowledge can be more than just like new feelings or sensations with your senses. Like you learn more how to feel, and it's just like knowledge can come in so many forms. It's just like when you're meditating, you can learn something new about yourself. There's something about a situation that you never thought is possible, looking at a bigger picture. And even just like with anything else too, it's just like meditation, when you accept that when you learn something new, and it's just like free from like emotions from any situation or et cetera. And it could go in various situations. That's the most beautiful thing about meditation. It can help us learn something beautiful, in so many ways.
Love that. What do you think? What do you think the biggest misconception about meditation is, or meditating?
That it has to be a certain way, kind of like you said earlier. It's like, I heard in most yoga classes that you just have to, do at least, say, like a couple of hours to meditate. It's just like, if you could just take those at least 5 minutes or 10 to
Mhm.
just, calm your energy, being present in this moment, really
Right.
calm your mind down. That's totally beautiful too. Even if you forget for a few days, it's just like the human race has a way of just, telling people what to do. And, I'm guilty of that too, because I'm younger years, I used to do that. Even though I was really chill and laid back, it's like, hey, you got to do
Yeah.
this and that. And it's just
Well,
like,
I mean, yeah, because we all got things we got to fit in, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's like to fit in and put people in the box. It's just
mm,
like, it's just like once the misconception about meditation is just like it has to be a certain way. It's just like there's so many ways you can meditate. And it's
mhm.
just really beautiful how people can do that in your own self-care practice or routine. And you can't take that away from them. So I can't, anyone
Yeah,
can. So
100%. Um,
yeah.
I wanna. I don't really know how to articulate this question, so I hope that it comes out making sense.
Okay.
When you meditate,
Hmm.
do you use it for um, like a like a release of energy, a refresh of energy, like maybe getting some of the stress out and bringing new energy into you? What purpose does meditation serve for you? And I don't know if that's too broad of a question, but do you know what I mean? Like, what
No,
does it do for you specifically for Jay when you meditate?
well, I could just share from my experience, and I could say meditation. What I use it for is actually to renew and actually to and to I say renew. Well, good and strong words are renew, but also to learn too. If that makes sense, because I use it just to feel good about myself, to learn
Okay.
something, and it's just like I use
Like, I'll
it.
be honest, I don't mean to interrupt you. I would have never thought, like, that's why I'm asking. I would have never thought, based on the little knowledge that I have on meditation, which clearly is the wrong knowledge. So thank you
Oh,
for setting me straight. But I would have never thought that you could use meditation to feel good about yourself. But I guess that's because I wasn't thinking of it. I was thinking of it in like a very small box, right? I didn't understand the benefits that it could give you. So I'm really appreciating the explanation. It's helping.
yeah, it's just like, if we just come out of well, I know our mind is very important, but if we just learn to feel, especially within our body, within our heart, and it's just like our chakras too, like our body, just with our aura, especially when we meditate, can really be powerful. So it's kind of like, meditating with the mind is good, but also, if you get stuck into the mind so much, it can really just think things a little cray and challenging. But so if
Yeah,
we trying to really shift that around into our body, into our heart, especially in our body, even feeling that aura. We're meditating is just can be powerful and in so many ways. And so I'll just leave it at that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, I know that you recently acquired a certain particular thing that you're really loving at this particular moment.
Yep. Sure do.
Do you
Yep.
want to
Yep.
share that with everyone? Tell us the story behind it, how it came to be that
You
you
mean
have
this? You
whatever.
mean the sample? Or
Mm-hmm.
well,
Yeah,
this is an awesome gift, and I know who the person is, and it's just, I appreciate them for just giving me the gift because honestly, I was gonna buy this after Cyber Monday, and it was just like, yeah, I'll just put it in the list. I'll just get it later. And it's just like got an email and it was just like, oh my gosh, I got you this gift. I was like, no way. I was like, that's cool. Cause before that, I didn't even know someone's gonna get this. This is to me
mm-hmm.
as a gift. My friends and I at this wellness center were talking about, sound bowls, we were just talking about that similar topic, and it's just like, just having like a nerdy conversation about it. And it's just like, then all of a sudden I look at my email at night, 3 in the morning. I was just trying to go to the bathroom. I was like, I got it. I was like, what? I get a present because a friend of mine hit me up. So
That's so sweet.
yeah, for those there's someone who's watching for this singing bowl, I think can't thank you enough too, and I always will play this too in your honor, and because I have the notes, saying who got me the gift. I'm just keeping her name private just because
Yeah, no,
she got it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thank her, really do.
All right, so tell us, like, what kind of bowl is it? You know.
It's a crystallized crystal bowl too. It's like a F note kind of singing bowl, so it's really loud and it's very powerful too. I could give you a hit a ring too, and it's just like when I hit it once, it's just it it will just ring for at least a couple
Yeah, it does.
seconds.
It does most definitely hold its
Yeah,
tongue. It's cool.
it's so cool, and it just cleanses like the whole kind of area too. Because like this, I'll say like with sound, and I know this is like a scientific fact. Like the sound is very good for our brain. You know,
Right.
like if we need to, because like that's how we love music so much in our cultures for thousands of years. The sound is very relaxing. It
Right.
uplift us, make us
Yeah.
feel grounded, make us feel sad sometimes too. And it's just like, yeah, even like with easing soothing sounds like the singing bowl or any other instrument can really just, be like therapeutic, like, oh, thank you. And it's actually
Yeah.
kind of romantic too in some ways, but that's another story.
No, it's all good. I did want to make a comment that I noticed that every time you talk about that bowl, that you kind of like light up. So I don't know if it's a combination of between someone gifted that to you, and of course that would make you smile, right? Or just the fact that the bowl itself and what it does for you is what's making you smile. But it's really cool to see how into it you are and how happy it makes you. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't even know if you're aware that you
Oh,
smile
I'm
as much as
there.
you do when you're
Oh, yeah.
talking about it. It's very cool.
Yeah, even my friends are just like, "Oh, you're gonna how's that singing ball?" It's like it's good because they watch my live streams in the shadows, like Batman. So
Right.
it's like, "Oh, okay, you watch my streams." You're just one of the shadow people watching me, the lurkers, like Lisa said.
One of
Shout
the
out to
lurkers,
Big
right? I'm not
Sisters,
singing the song in case anyone's wondering. I'm not singing.
little lurkers. I can't sing it like Lisa, so my choir singing ways are done. So
Right? I was never in the choir, nor will I ever be. I was not gifted with a singing voice. My father used to tell me I was tone deaf, so
oh,
I don't even know what that means, but that basically means I can't hear notes, so I that's why I don't sing. Which,
mm,
not that it, not to go completely sidetracky, but my whole family is musically inclined, and I'm the only one that's like sitting while they're all doing karaoke, going, "Yep," because I'm so bad, so bad.
well, I'll just share about music, and I thought I was kind of like what you just shared too. It's just like when certain songs help us, because we all have that right natural rhythm too, and it's just like most people won't resonate with that too. But if this like you know it, I can't put it in words. It's just like it's a universal thing that we all have this
Hmm.
kind of rhythm
It's
too with the
true.
music. It's synced within
It's
our
true.
DNA. So
It's
yeah,
true.
I was that.
Um, I know that this might seem like a bit of a stretch when I say this, but since we're just talking about music and you hit the note on the bowl, I just want to share this because I think it's interesting, and I'm literally just thinking of this when you hit the bowl and watching your face light up. So when I was a little girl, I joined a baton twirling group, and I twirled from the time I was like 4.5 till I was 20. And a lot of 90% of the people don't have any clue what baton twirling is. They think it's just, like a bunch of little girls in a parade with a plastic thing. It's not. It is a hard graft. It is not an easy sport. It's not even considered a sport. Um, and I was part of a military corps. And so
Mm,
so when we went anywhere, we traveled with a whole drum corps, and color guard and the whole bit, right? And one of the things I can't do it, I can't do it. But one of the things that they used to do when you go in a parade, it's called a street beat, right? And
mhm.
I'm going to say this to you. I don't, and because it's the holiday times, and I don't know if anyone's having holiday parades around. But if you have a chance to watch a holiday parade, you watch any high school musical band or any drum corps that's going through, right down to the bagpipes, right? And they do a street beat. And the reason that they do the street beat follows your heartbeat, right?
I know.
That the big drum goes, boom.
Yeah,
That's foot. Your left foot always is the one that's hitting the ground on the beat. So it goes like this. It's like,
okay, gotcha.
right? If
Okay.
I'm standing watching a parade, literally my heart like starts to like skip, like happily, joyfully. And it brings tears to my eyes every time I hear that sound because it takes me back. it fills me with so much joy when I remember those moments that, getting ready for the parades and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I probably walk more miles than I've driven in my lifetime, to be honest with you, for the amount of parades I've been in. But I only mention that to you, trying to tie the things up, like Katie Moonchild and Flowing are both saying, about the
Preach
right?
that music love, people. That's how you feel. Such
And
a
you
kid.
hitting the pole and the smile on your face.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
it is interesting for sure.
Yeah, it's like the entertainer side of me too, because I've always been that kind of creative person. Always,
Right.
in the past, it's always been a struggle with it too. Just restrictions. People telling me I shouldn't do this and that. But it's like as I
Mhm.
got older, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do, be myself. And if people don't like it,
100%.
that's your problem, not mine. So it's like,
100%.
yeah,
100%. But
yes,
that's a little story, honestly, I haven't ever. I mean, I'm not. I don't know that I'm musically inclined, but I know that I have excellent timing, and I don't know if that was a natural thing or if that was instilled in me because of the baton
you know,
twirling.
Kelly, I didn't mean to interrupt you. There's something what Michael Jackson said in a video, and that's how I love music too. It's just
Mhm.
like, when it's spontaneous, when it's natural,
Yeah.
it's just really things flow easily. And it's just
Yeah.
like choreographed, even though it's just like if it's structured, it can really just hold us back, our natural abilities because when it's like when we just express our creativity just very fluently and just spontaneously, like by
Hmm.
spontaneous movement. Because Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
and he's shared this too. He learned from James Brown, but most of his movements are just spontaneous and just
Yeah. No.
out of
100%.
the. And it's
Yep.
just like how you can really learn that in our own way too, just connection with music and higher
Yeah.
self can
Yeah.
really take
I
us
was
far. So
tested when I was a young kid. I wanted to play the piano, and I was tested when I don't know, I was like 5 or 4 or whatever. And they told me that, I did some silly
hey,
test
Linda,
on my
that's
hands,
nice.
and I couldn't do it. And they were like, "Nope, sorry. You can't you can't do the piano." But going back to like the military thing, or like the drum corps, I've just always had good timing, and I don't. It's not even about having rhythm per se. It's just like drilled in me because of what I did. That if I'm walking anywhere, I don't care where I am. I'm in a mall. If I hear any beat of music, my foot is always in time, like always. If
Mm,
you know how you hear a song and like it goes fast and then it like fades out, or then it
yeah,
goes slow and then I'm never wrong. Like I'm always on that beat. But that, I think that's a trained thing because of what I was like. I always have that beat in my head, that boom, boom. I
yeah,
had
it's
like,
like second nature to you.
yeah.
It's like I kind of have that too. It's like if I just listen to a song, if I could just like, okay, well, I'm listening to it and just like the beat, it's like do do,
Yeah.
and that's just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, and then
Probably be an excellent beatboxer if I wasn't afraid of spitting on everyone.
hey, that's what's up. That's what's still in the hip hop thing too, beatboxing. Michael Jackson was good at that too, and
Hundred
it's just
percent, 100%.
that's so dope.
But the reason why I'm saying this is exciting to me because I am understanding that there are different ways that I might be able to wrap my head around meditating that I didn't otherwise think that I could. And if I can approach it from that kind of a rhythm sort of idea, I might be able to actually, so like I'm excited about trying that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
especially with music too, because with meditation, I used to always do when I listen to music, I listen to the instrumentals. It's like if I listen to something that's funky or just very, subtle and sweet, it's
Yep.
just like I listen to it over and over, and I could just like, oh, that's a cold ass beat. That's a beautiful, instrumental. And it's like like a guitar verse or
Yeah.
just like a drum or just like the drum beat
Awesome.
too. It's just really breaking it down. It's just not what they're saying, it's what the song, like the beats of the song. It's
Exactly.
like, oh, because I heard one song today, it's like a Dali like kind of vibe, but it's like, oh,
Hmm.
that's my shit. That's like I listen to that every morning when I wake up.
Amazing. Truly
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so um, Jay's going to take us through one of his ever famous meditations,
Famous now.
and then
Oh,
when we're finished doing the meditation, feel free to like ask a question or make a comment or whatever. I mean, we've got Jay here. Let's I don't want to say use you, but let's use his information to help us if anyone has any questions or whatever. And before I give the floor to you for the meditation, I just want to say to Linda, I'm assuming that she's still listening. That's very
Hey,
cool.
Linda, nice to meet you. She's awesome.
And if you join me tonight on the chat, we will discuss that further because I'm
Oh,
interested. I don't meet many people in my lifetime that were also in a marching band with the color guard. So
that's cool. I'll definitely watch that show later on too. That sounds interesting.
absolutely.
Heck yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so feel free to like mute and do the camera thing, or like just do it the way you normally do it, right? Or if you have
Well,
anything to explain to us or whatever.
because like you have the control. This is your stream, so I just like want to know this. You want to mute your mic for a minute too. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll shut up and let you take the floor.
okay, I'll just
As
close
soon as I
my
figure out how to do it, I'm just
all right.
kidding.
I'll just close my camera so people can just listen to
Yep.
me, my voice instead of just all that. But anyways, if you guys want to just ground your energy for a few minutes, just to set a beautiful intention for yourselves. Let's start to feel grounded and comfortable within our seat, just getting ourselves grounded, placing our feet to the earth, feeling that earthly connection within our seat, within our entire body, keeping our minds still and being present in this moment. And when you are ready, you can start to gently close your eyes. As we are starting to being grounded and comfortable within our seat and being present in this very moment, let's start to connect with our breath, allow the breath to just flow naturally without forcing it, without doing anything um, to force it, I should say. And let's start to take that life in, to inhaling naturally to where you just feel comfortable with your breath. Just taking that life in when you inhale, and then letting it all go with the exhalation, releasing anything that doesn't serve us. So let's continue to allow the breath to flow naturally to where you can just take that life in, allowing it to fill our entire body and mind with new energy, and then let it all go with the exhalation, releasing anything that doesn't serve us. And while we are doing that, let's start to set an intention for ourselves today. Really, if you want to send a beautiful healing energy towards your entire being, your heart, your body, and your mind, or if you want to set a beautiful intention in prayer to anyone that's dealing with that challenging times right now, wherever they are in the world, to or even just sending that intention towards the earth to bring some healing energy towards Mother Earth, Gaia. Whichever intention that you want to set for yourself, for your loved ones, for your environment, really tune into that with mindful awareness and appreciation. As we are continuing to connect with our breath, allowing it to flow naturally when we inhale, and then letting go of the breath with the exhalation. And let's start to thank ourselves for being in this space of awareness where we can just take those moments for ourselves to set an intention for today, to send healing and loving energy towards yourselves, towards your loved ones, sending that beautiful and loving prayer and towards your environment. And always know that we have the power to practice this beautiful form of meditation anytime in our self care routine. Let's start to take our last few breaths, taking that life in towards your entire being, allowing it to fill your body and your mind and your heart with new loving energy. And when you're ready, releasing the breath with the exhalation, releasing any tension from our mind and our body and from our heart, releasing the breath either out through the mouth or through the nose. And let's start to bring some awareness back into our body, wiggling our hands, wrists, ankles, toes, stretching our arms out if we need to. Any movement that can help move the energy around is essential for the body. And when you are ready, you can start to gently open your eyes. Okay. Hopefully, you guys like that.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Jay.
Anytime. Now it's world famous meditations. Oof, that's cool. I did that. I mean, that's why I got the 10,000 view achievement. So, hey, that works.
You do it really well.
Thanks. It's just all about practice too. So I just thank the people who trained me in my yoga practice too last year.
Yeah.
So, Jazz Yoga, Unite. So shout out to them. If they're watching this too.
Yeah.
Share
your voice is so calm and so soothing. Like honestly, it feels like a day at a spa, or like I just took a long bubble bath. Like that, I feel that relaxed. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, and fellas, this is just a tip. Girls love guys who could just do some mindful instruments too with soothing voice. So hey, that's a tip. So that's what I should be.
There's benefit of meditation that we never thought about.
Yep, I'm just being silly today. So
it's all good. It's all good.
Oh yeah.
It's all good.
Voice like a feather. That's beautiful. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. You're like that female Stanley. I just love you. You just have the artwork. You have that personality. It's just exactly like his. So that's a big compliment to you because Stanley's my dude, like Michael Jackson, and a lot of people I look up to, like my family. So yes, you're like the female Stanley, Katie. So it's awesome. So I just want to share that about you.
Is she not? I love her.
She's awesome. I just love her energy.
I absolutely adore her. Okay, so does anybody have any questions for Jay before we let him before we release him and let him go, because you're going to do your show today at 4, right? Well, my
I don't
4.
have a show today.
Oh no.
No, I usually just study a lot too. So Tuesdays are like my days to just study and meditate and all that stuff too. Right now, I have my PS3 on too. So it's like, hey, I'm meditating during the game. So yeah, you're
Nothing wrong with that.
floating,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Flowing says that she's floating. I love
Yeah,
that.
it's true, Katie. But with the stuff you share about you, with you being an artist and cartoons, it's like, hey, that sounds like
Hmm.
Stanley. That's cool, and you're like the female version. So, hey, if you ever open your comic book industry, I'll just definitely buy some of your comics. So it's like, hey, go for it. So it's
Awesome.
awesome, awesome stuff.
It is awesome. It is awesome. Okay, so is there something that you normally do? So, like when you meditate, I don't know if it's normal practice. Like, do you put the bowl to the side, like jump up and run and go and do what you need to do, or do you take a moment to just sort of like sit and feel that?
That's a good question. I take a moment for just like a minute to just sit and feel, and then actually I just then just do what I want to do. If like I want to say, you know what, I'm gonna be lazy today. I want to play a game, and it's just like meditate and read. I'll do it. Or if I need to just say, if I need to take care of something for the family or just something important, and
Right.
just really that helps. So it really depends on my intention. So and
Awesome.
yeah,
Very cool. Very cool. Now, how many singing bowls do you have?
do one I bought from Amazon, and that one, this one I have from a gift. So yes, I'm loving my beautiful gift, my Christmas gift, I should say. And it's
Love.
just like I don't actually. I think I just want to give instead of just receive, because it's just like I've been
So
receiving
you're
so.
open to get to receiving more bowls, is what you're saying.
I mean, I'm open to receive, but at the same time, I'm awesome. I'm a natural giver, so it's like
Yeah,
I know how to set boundaries. If people just take, and not
I
give,
know what
it's
you mean.
like
I
if
know what you
people give, like I take, like I give and I receive, that's
mean.
beautiful.
Mhm.
I love that. So yeah,
Hi,
it's like
Sharon.
the energy vampires. I'm the wrong
Mhm.
person to mess with because I'm Blade. And you know
Yeah,
what that means?
yeah,
Sucker.
we know exactly what that means. Yeah.
Yep.
Um. Okay. Bum 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 bum.
And I have my cards here too, so I thought I was gonna read too. But I was like, oh, that's like I have to read today. It's just like people do want to ask me something.
Take a break from reading already. Just kidding.
I know, right?
Just kidding.
I just love it. So it's all good.
Well, it's good that you love it. It
Yeah.
shows that you love it. I mean, you show that you love it every time you come on, because you have that natural kind of glow about you, to letting people know that you are enjoying what you're doing.
Mhm.
Like you're living a real thing. You're not doing this to get like clicks or likes or followers or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it's true, right?
I could
You're
talk
you're
about
very
that.
genuine, and it comes across. So
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's just, authentic. And that's just something I've learned too. Just really, not being afraid of being authentic too. And it's just beautiful. And it's
mhm,
taken me far. And look where I am now. Semi famous
100%.
with the singing bowl meditation. So, hey, I'm erasing it. Love
There's
it.
listen. There's a lot of things that one could be known for that are a lot worse than having a wonderful calming voice, and giving people peace and serenity for at least 15 or 20 minutes while they're with you, right? There's a lot worse
Right.
things that you could be doing. I do want to just say to you that I when I first came across you, right, in the chats,
Right.
I had no idea that you were a young man of so much knowledge and so much integrity, and I feel quite honored that I sort of like, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I feel quite honored
Oh
that I
no, you can go.
call you my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you're my friend
you,
too.
you are, you are a very wise young man, and I mean no offense by the young, but you're younger than I am, so you're a young man.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
you are very wise, and you have a heart of gold, and that is obvious, and it kind of just flows out of you. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck, and I think that you will be successful in whatever you do because you have that integrity behind you. So I am thrilled that you came here today and that you shared that with us.
Of
Um,
course. And I
it was
just want to say to you, Kelly, it's just like when I first met you, it's just like there's something about Kelly is just interesting. And it's just like listen to you talk and you coming on my live streams the first time letting you to speak your truth. And it's just so refreshing. It's just like you're just like coming like to a place you just evolving and it's powerful too because I've been there before and it's just like awesome stuff. And I can see you like my friend Soul Tribe, kind of like all you guys too in the chat. So it's all
Thanks, Jay.
good. Oh, you're
Yeah.
welcome. I think I said this before. I'll just, I'll repeat myself too. So it's all good.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with sharing some love, right?
Of
And
course.
one of the things that you said this to me yesterday, and I just want to say it here on my channel. So, not because I need to own it. I don't mean it like that, but I want it to be said because I want to. Like I kept thinking about it, and I loved it. When you said about being there for people over the holidays, and
Mhm.
creating that safe space where we can feel you know together, and like be silly or be serious or be funny
Mhm.
or whatever we wanted to do. And you know
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
just love the fact that you thought of that, and I like the idea of it. I like the concept of it, and so I say count me in, right?
Heck
Um,
yeah.
we can figure it all out, right? There's enough of us out there that have channels that can, you know, provide an environment for people where they don't have to feel alone. And I think that's fantastic. That you're very unlike most young people that I know. So I don't know how else to say that, but that's a compliment. If it did
Oh,
come
thank
out.
you. I received that. I could sense it. And it's just like I think I do that every time I go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Hmm.
So that's why I talk about mindfulness and wellness, especially creativity too. Love those people
Yeah,
love that shows. And so
yeah,
yeah, it's like I always make that environment. I'll continue to do that environment if I have 5,000 subscribers or 10 or beyond. So it's like I know.
good for you.
Yeah. So like I
Good
ain't
for
trying to
you.
get famous. I just like to do what I love to do. So it's like it's all good.
Right.
Because I ain't going
Yeah.
to Hollywood. Oh no. So
No.
I wanted to
I
be an
said to
actor.
my husband, I said to my husband yesterday, I'm not used to working this hard for free, and he laughed at me. But I mean, that's how I feel, right? I feel the same way. Like I only have one goal of being here on this side of the camera, and my only goal is to, I realize that what I have gone through is, in the grand scheme of things, is not that tragic. But it was a tough journey, and I am nowhere near the end of my journey. I have a long way to go, but I am so much better than I was before. And if I can help anyone, if I can provide them a safe environment, if I can convince them that they are not alone and that someone is always listening, um, if I inspire them in any way that they want to be better or strive to be the best version of themselves that they can be, you know,
Mhm.
I've done what I set out to do. And that's my intention, right? All comes from a good place. Like I'm not here to get rich quick, either, just like you said, right?
Right.
Um, and also a way for me to, not pay back but pay it forward. This community, that's what this community did for me, and so I want to provide that back, and hopes that it might inspire someone else, to break out, branch out, whatever you want to call it, and bring their talents and their skills to this YouTube world, right?
These YouTube streets, I always say, yeah. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
the chest trains. Yeah, I'm not hip. Sorry, I wouldn't even think of that.
Just it's something I heard in a lot with a content
Do you have
creator.
any Oracle cards, Jay?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, I'll go. I mean, I got my decks here with me, but if you want to read cards, I'm definitely down for it.
Let's just pull an Oracle card for the collective. What do you think?
Sounds good. I think I used the deck I was studying. So yeah, use a secret language of lights. I had this deck for a year, and because I have all the other decks, and I was like, oh, I feel bad for not using it, but now I want to use it. So
That's it. Break it out. You heard it here first, folks. It's going for its test drive right here.
well, I used this before. I just had to reuse it again. So yeah, it's all good. I like what
All right.
Katie said too.
It's not going for its test drive then. It's going for a redrive, a retest.
Yep, practice mode. That's what I say when
Practice
you
run.
play. Yeah, practice mode. Baby steps.
Flip.
Learn.
Already had a card flip out.
Flip out.
Wow. Okay, I don't know. I'm usually on over here, so I don't know where the camera is. Every time I do this, it's like I'm a 2-year-old and I got to relearn everything. Rainbow. Message on the card. You are a jewel. Even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed.
What's the card say?
Rainbow.
Oh, I got joy. So I got the card of joy. And I think I know what this card means. It's just to really connect what you really love to do, what really brings you joy. Just really connect with that for the message for the collective. So, and if you guys can see this image too, it's really beautiful. And it's kind of like a pentagram kind of image. It looks like something like Metatron, but it's very angelic. And it's just like the card of joy and the spiritual meaning. It's just to really connect, do anything that really brings you joy, and especially that really fills up your soul. And I just really getting a feel of it too. I'm not gonna, with the definitions. I know like Lisa and Ronald love to read the definitions. I just want to really intuitively feel these cards.
That's a
It's like
beautiful card on the back side. Like, is that the back or the front? That's
this
the
is the
back.
front.
This is the
Yeah,
front.
the
That's
back looks the same. It's just like
yeah.
the deck's called the Secret Language of Light. It's a beautiful deck. Lisa uses this deck, and Ronald, and
Love it.
it's just like the card of joy and the sentence from it is just to do anything that you love to do with joy. That really fills up your soul too. And so
It definitely does. Okay, so we have a rainbow. We have joy, and I'm gonna pull one more card here. Postcards from the spirit. I love
I'm
these
gonna pull one
cards.
from look at healing cards because we're talking about wellness and stuff. I'm gonna spoil you
Absolutely.
guys.
Wow.
I'm a natural giver, so it's all good.
So this card here, this is a postcard from spirit. Okay, and I will read the message to you. Dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful. Praise things before they manifest and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts, as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty. So you will be ready to be filled with inspired peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our number one priority. All is well.
I was shuffling with my yoga healing cards, and two cards just flipped up too. So I'm just gonna share 'em. I got source. This really means to turn your heart inwards, turn your heart toward the source of all teaching, so like a higher self and source consciousness. Christ consciousness, all that beautiful stuff. Whatever
Mhm.
spirituality you believe in, just really tune into the source, the higher power,
Yep.
and to awaken too. So this is really interesting. I want to share
Love
this
it.
on social media. So this really means it's just awaken to another possibility. It's just like being open to awakening to transform. So it's really
I love
beautiful to share too. So I'm gonna share this on Facebook and Instagram and on these social
Instagram.
media. Yep,
Woo woo.
on the gram. That's right. I'll share all three of these cards too, especially this one. So
That's a beautiful card. It is.
oh yeah, it's
Jay,
gorgeous.
thank you so much for coming and being a part of this series. This series was really, really, really important to me, and so I hope you know that you played a special part in it.
Thank
And
you.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for inviting me too, and thank you all you guys in the chat too. I just love you guys too. My manager Jalacia and Katie, the female Stanley and Flowing and Sharon Sipe, the ultimate mod, and my big brother Ron, the SmackDown bro. So his signature move, the booty woody. So that's another story,
right.
right?
Thank you everybody for showing up and joining us today, and for the continued support and love. You guys are the best, and Jay, again, thank you very much, and
You're welcome.
stay
Thank you.
tuned. While the holidays are approaching, I'm sure that Jay and I and other people will be chatting, and we'll try to work out something, and at some point we'll announce something, where that you have a safe place to be during the holidays. When are you on next? What are you up to? Share it with us. Plug a few things.
Sure. Tomorrow I'm gonna be live for the Wellness Wednesday Solutions live stream at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And on Saturdays, I will be going live at 1 p.m. also for the Nerdy Lounge Table Talks and at 9 p.m. for the story time after hours. So you get to know me on a deeper level. If you guys want to ask me any silly questions about my past, or you guys want to clown, or not just clown, just like being silly, or even just
Yeah,
ask some deep questions about my past and just now with spirituality and creativity and wellness, and to get to know me really deeper. Feel free at it because I'm an open book, and even just like with relationship stuff too and sexuality. So hey, I'm open book and ask me anything. So yeah.
very cool. Very cool. So tomorrow, before we go to tomorrow, let's stay in today. Honestly, some days I wonder about myself. My head's not really attached. Tonight, I will be back at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will do our oracles and chats. Last night, we were on for 2 hours and 58 minutes or something of that nature. So I'm here. Come chat. We'll pull some cards. Bring your PJs. Wear your PJs. Bring a snack. Whatever suits you. We're open to it.
Ooh, can
Um,
tiny like superhero onesies count too?
hey, whatever works for you, Jay. Whatever
Yeah,
works.
I mean, shoot. I
can't,
mean, I'm
I
not gonna wear the great outfit,
guarantee I can't guarantee that I'll be sporting a superhero onesie, but I will
or
be here.
spandex onesies. I don't know. I mean, shoot. Colorful outfits. Really
Yeah,
makes things like Spider-Man.
absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
Tomorrow I'm back here at 3 p.m. Eastern with the wonderful Ali from Heart and Soul Connected. So I hope
I
that
love
you'll all
her.
join me for that. You can see on the screen the 13th of December, which is next Monday. Ron's Unconditional Love Tarot will be here.
They know.
Uh, that is going to be a fantastic conversation, where we're gonna take a deep dive into some healing stuff. Um, Allie's going to talk about oracle cards and positive affirmations and how we can use that to assist us in our daily lives. How to receive those messages and work with those messages. And then on the 15th of December, we have Nancy Jean's Garden coming to talk to us about crystals, and the list continues. So stay tuned until we see each other again tonight. I hope that everybody has a great day, and
Yeah,
blessings as always.
for sure. Much love to you guys, and you guys have a beautiful Tuesday. Where you guys are in the world. And same to you,
Thanks,
Kelly.
Jay. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you after. Bye for
Peace,
now.
y'all. See ya. See you in these YouTube streets. Mm.